Hi, I'm interviewing Miss Sophie today on views on cultural imperialism. So, Miss Sophie, first question: how much do you know about tourism/cultural imperialism?
Okay, well, just looking at the questions, I literally said this. I said, well, I know what culture is and I know what imperialism is, but I honestly had never learned much about them together, and then also with tourism. So my knowledge is pretty, I'd have to say, shallow when it comes to the two together, cultural imperialism with a focus kind of on tourism. Okay. Yeah.
Do you feel that the culture each country has isn't displayed accurate through media or in person?
Yeah, I'd say so, because in teaching social studies, I will ask my students, sometimes I will say, like as a warm up, early in the civics class that I teach, describe American culture as if you were explaining it to someone who is not from America. And so what I'll get is sometimes a different perspective that other people from outside of the country would not think of. So I don't think when people come to visit our country, or when I go to visit other countries, I don't always think that they are portraying themselves honestly. And it's a kind of a complex question, sorry, because it depends on where you go and how long you're there. If you're just going for a week and it's, for vacation, you may not honestly be seeing who they really are as a culture. It's just what they want you to see. Yeah. Well, in person, I guess, yes, it would be accurate, but like the media, no, because America gets hounded pretty bad. Oh, sorry.
Route 11 is on campus. Route 11 is on campus. Please make your way to the bus loop immediately.
I'd have to say the media is pretty hard on the United States culture. We're portrayed as being fat and overworked. We never take vacation. We're lazy. We're unhealthy, which is not all true. So you can't judge a book by its cover. You truly need to stay a little bit longer and find out who the people are of that country. Yeah.
Okay. Third question: can cultural imperialism be a good thing?
If it benefits in the way, if it's like come to China or come to this country because this is what will, this is a great place to come spend your money, then yes. If they're wanting to draw in tourism, then yeah, I would think it'd be positive as long as the government takes the money that they get from tourism and use it to benefit their people, and not themselves. So as long as it's not for a corrupt reason, then, it's up to the individual if they get duped or not, basically. Yeah. So I guess it could be a positive thing if used correctly. It's just a way of advertising in a way.
Okay.
Yeah.
And fourth question: if you were to be in control of a larger country, would you go through with cultural imperialism?
Personally, no, because I'm about, honesty and telling the truth, and I would find other ways for my country to have a healthy economy. I wouldn't place it all on tourism, and I would hope that when people come, we're telling the truth, and this is what we're about. We're not trying to hide the slums and hide the crime and hide other negatives that we work on that as a country, and we wouldn't have the need to hide it. And even if we had it, we just explain that we're obviously not perfect. Like the United States, it's true, probably if you visit certain parts, you're probably like, oh, this is just a wonderful place. But then if you dig deeper, you will see that we do have issues like any country does. So as a leader, I don't think I would institute cultural imperialism. I think I would want to show who we truly are and work on those problems, if we have problems.
Okay. And this is a follow-up to that question.
Yeah.
How would you make sure your country was displayed authentically in culture?
Oh, those commercials, back to my train of thought, I'd probably do something like that and try to show authentically that if you come to this part of my country, this is what we have to offer. I guess we just have to talk openly about the negatives to our culture, but again, to go back to what I said earlier, tourism would not be my main focus for my economy. Obviously, you want people to come and to spend their money, but at the same time, you should be more focused as a leader in a country on your domestic and foreign issues and helping your people first. And hopefully, if you help your people, then people will want to come. Foreigners will want to come to your country and spend their money.
Okay. Thank you so much, Ms. Sophie.
You're welcome. I hope I got a little, my train of thought.
Okay.
Right.